Okay, so our next buddy pair is Nethra. She loves to read and write and also has a beautiful hand on the piano. And Saloni, who also loves to read and write and has a very rich taste in gardening, fitness, and weaving. So let's welcome them.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nethra Srinidhi Gopalakrishnan. Before this leadership summit, I thought leadership was just being like a manager over a group of people. Now I started learning about what leadership really means. Leadership is a very broad topic. So in our presentation, we will be sharing a short summary of each other's leadership story, sharing our leadership experience videos, and then talking about what we learned from each other's leadership story. So let's get started. In 2019, Saloni's parents bought her some plants, which she ignored, letting many of them die. During the pandemic, she spent more time with her plants. She wanted more plants, but her parents refused due to her carelessness. After a lot of sulking, she started to make the best of what she had to convince her parents to change their minds. She learned to use resources efficiently and commit wholeheartedly. Now, let's listen to Saloni's full leadership story.
This leadership journey started in 2018 when our parents bought plants from the nursery. Like a small child, I loved them only for a few weeks and then I stopped caring for them. During the lockdown, I busied myself taking care of the few plants I had at that time and developed a green thumb. My parents were so pleased when I asked for more plants owing to my previous.
One second, some technical difficulties. I don't think I'm sharing my sound. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna start it over.
This leadership journey started in 2018 when my parents bought plants from the nursery. Like a small child, I loved them only for a few weeks and then I stopped caring for them. During the lockdown, I busied myself taking care of the few plants I had at that time and developed a green thumb. My parents were not too pleased when I asked for more plants owing to my previous carelessness. I was upset for many months, but I realized that I must make the best of my resources. This was hard considering that I had a medium-sized balcony and only one variety of soil. Still, I did my best. I planted seeds from vegetables and made fertilizers with kitchen waste. In the end, my efforts paid off. My parents got me better soil, more pots, and more plants. After all this, I felt quite happy. I now had many plants to love. Through this, I learned about the importance of communication. Plants can communicate. You only need to look out for signs, and the plant tells you just what it wants. And you can do just that by spending time with them.
The first leadership lesson that I learned from Saloni's story was don't take no for an answer if you worked hard for it. In Saloni's leadership story, her parents first said no for buying new plants and materials. But then Saloni proved to her parents that she is capable of successfully growing plants, and so her parents bought her the plants and materials that she asked for. In the end, she got what she wanted because she didn't stop at a refusal. Instead, she proved it wrong. The second leadership lesson that I learned from Saloni's experience was perseverance. To prove to her parents that Saloni would take good care of the new plants, she used whatever she had in her household to successfully grow the plants that she had. She only had a limited amount of supplies that she could use, but she was able to work with them to make something great. In the end, she got what she wanted because she never gave up. Now I'll pass the stage to Saloni.
Thank you, Nethra. Now let's hear the summary for Nethra's leadership experience. Nethra's leadership story is about an experience that she had when she was a fifth grader. During this experience, she unknowingly learned leadership skills. Later, she realized that all the way she faced challenges in her experience, the way she guided her teammates were all leadership skills. Through this experience, she also learned the things that will help her in her future experiences. Without further ado, let's see her leadership story video.
Saloni, if you want, would you like me to screen share?
Yeah, please.
Sure. In my school, we do project-based learning. Every year, we present our work in exhibitions of learning. When I was in 5th grade, during the start of the year, we were paired up with kindergarten buddies. Each 5th grader had a kinder buddy. The kindergarten teachers wanted us to teach the new kindergartners about projects and help them through their first project and exhibition at our school. The kindergartners' project was about marine animals and their unique characteristics. The biggest challenge that I faced with my kinder buddy was that sometimes she didn't understand what I was trying to explain to her about. She also had a very small attention span, so it's hard to get her back on track. After realizing that, I tried a different approach to help her understand and stay on track. I told her that if we finished everything we were supposed to do before our time ends, then she could go play with some of her friends. That seemed to work. Towards the end of their project, they asked us to critique their draft. The kinder buddies were supposed to make a mini picture book about their marine animal. My buddy had some spelling mistakes in her picture book. I thought of just correcting the spelling mistakes myself, but then I thought it would benefit my kinder buddy more if I taught her how to spell the words that she got wrong. At my kinder buddy's exhibition, I was really proud of the work that she did and how far we've come. A lesson that I learned in this leadership experience was that sometimes you have to try to explain something in a way that the other person will understand, because people may understand things in a different way that you do.
So one leadership lesson that I learned from Nethra was tact. So while dealing with younger kids, you need to approach them in a different way. Otherwise, they won't understand and they won't cooperate with you. You need to get their attention, and that's exactly what Nethra did. And I find that really amazing because I have a younger brother and I can never do that so well. So this was a leadership journey and our experience. Hopefully we inspire you to unleash the leader in you. I would like to thank Pragya Cultural Society and Exceedables for this opportunity. Does the audience have any questions for us?
May I ask a question?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay. So Pragya and Netra and Saloni, I would like to know how was it, coordinating and getting this thing done, because this looks so professional. The both of you, you were given a brief about what to do, but the skeleton was laid out, the framework was laid out, but you guys filled it. So how was it working together, given that you are working with each other for the first time and such a short notice? So how did it come about?
It was fun. Like at first we just did like a Zoom meeting every 2-3 days, but then it bonded a lot, and then we were like chatting on Hangouts. Sometimes we would just chat occasionally, just talk whatever we wanted, and I think that's how we really got together.
Yeah, I kind of want to add on. We live in 2 different countries, so it was a little hard to like find the correct time to work together and finish something we were supposed to do. But I think we managed to do it, and I'm really proud of our presentation. because you put a lot of work into it, and well, I'm really happy with it.
Awesome work. Just a quick question. Nethra, is that your origami work? The video you have done?
No, that's actually shadow puppets.
Awesome. She's very good with origami, so I thought she made those girl with origami. Very
Yeah,
nice.
Awesome.
those were shadow puppets that I made. Yeah, I have a shadow puppet theater that I made myself, and I've been wanting to use it for a really long time. So I was like, well, then I'll just make a shadow puppet video.
Awesome creativity there. Superb. Beautiful utilization of the available time. Wonderful. My compliments to both of you. Kudos.
Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie.
I totally agree, ma'am. That was actually great. So engrossing.
I think Meet has joined in. So do you think we can accommodate him quickly?
Sure.
Niyati and Nakshatra?
Can we, Nakshatra?
Yeah.
Yeah.